Hi parents, hi teachers, welcome to my channel. This is Esther Emmanuel, your favorite special ed coach. So today, I want us to delve into something very important, something parents sometimes have sleepless nights over their kids. I've gotten a lot of questions on this and I just thought, okay, let's talk about it a little today. So we're going to be talking about late talking, what causes late talking and how to actually help a child that is supposed to talk at a particular age and is not talking. What would you do as parents if you have that situation, or you know someone, or you know a parent that has a child that's supposed to be talking and yet they are not, or they are not that expressive? What should you do? Alright, we'll delve into this, but before then, I'll be back. So, you know that at 24 months, that's 2 years, you should expect about 50 words from your child. Like, your child should be saying words like mommy, daddy, water, food, toys, few words like that, calling their siblings' name, telling you what they want in their own way. The words might not be clear, but of course, you'd expect them to start saying, things that they need, calling single words at age 2. But the red flag is when at that age they are not even making demands. At that time they want to make demands. They want to call, they want to shout. If they don't make demand at that time, then that's a red flag. Then you should now start thinking, what is going on with my child? It's that time where you don't keep quiet. It's that time where you don't say, this my child is gentle. No matter how gentle a child is, it's that time when they want to explore. It's a new word for them. They just came into the world, so they want to explore. And the fact that they are seeing other people talking, they are hearing you talk, they also want to do it. You understand? So at that point, if they don't, it's a red flag. It's that time where you should now speak up and say, how do I help my child? Now, I know that there are late bloomers, right? There are some kids that, yes, sometimes the milestones that they cross, especially when it has to do with speech, is a bit late, but it's just about 20 to 30% of the general population. It's not something so common, and research shows that between that age 2 to age 3, they will eventually pick up. So even if they are late bloomers, by age 2 to age 3, they should now start picking up. Some kids start earlier, 1 year, few months, they are already talking. While some kids are 2 years, yes, but some late bloomers, 2 to 3 years, you will see that they will start picking up. You can say, hold on, if your child is 2 years and still not talking, probably they are just late bloomers. You might just want to hold on. But still, as a parent, I'm a parent too, you can start initiating, ways to help them even at that point. Do you understand? Alright, so now let's go into how to actually help if you now see a child, or maybe your child or your student isn't talking at the age they're supposed to be expressive. What do you do as a parent? So the first thing I always tell parents is you are their first teacher, you're their first model. Okay, be a better model of communication. I know it happens to most kids that are first child because there is no sibling ahead to encourage them or to talk. Okay, so and of course, mommy and daddy are busy and they are just talking adult talk, and so the child is left out. Okay, so but if you notice that you have a child that is a late bloomer or not talking at that age, it's time for you to now intentionally become a model in language. Intentionally start talking with your child at their age. You understand? Start talking, be intentional about modeling what you want to hear. Okay, so if they would rather go for something without saying it, for instance, they just go for water because water is available if they need it and they're not saying it. Try and make them say the word water. Okay, model it, even if they're not going to say it after you. Just keep saying it. The more they watch, the more they listen, the more they hear, the better. It's just like you're learning a new language. You understand? If you're learning another language and you're not around people that speak that language, it will be a little bit difficult, okay? But when you hear people talk about, or if you move to another location and then you hear people say the language over and over again, not necessarily somebody sitting with you and teaching you per se, but because over time you've had people use words around you in that particular language, you get to know how to, say or, speak that language. It's still the same thing too with your child. So start modeling intentionally, okay? You can say something like, oh, mommy is putting on her shoes. Mommy is putting on her shoes. I'm putting on my shoes. Mommy's shoes. Do you like mommy's shoes? Like, be intentional. Try to interact with them more, okay? So that is one way to help late talkers. Okay, so another way, which is one of the most effective way, is to create the problem yourself. Now, here's what I mean. Create situations for interaction. Now, I just said something earlier. I said if your child has a want and just go for it without demanding for it, there's no need for the child to interact. And one way to actually get child to talk is by them expressing their wants. There's no how if they want something, they're hungry, they will come and meet you and say, Mommy, I want to eat. For a child that already knows that my biscuit is in that cupboard, will just go there and pick it and eat without necessarily coming to you. Now you create the problem, okay? Create opportunities for them to come and meet you, okay? So if a lot of things are accessible to them, withdraw those things, take it away. Now create that opportunity for them to come to you and ask you or interact with you, okay? Now the route that most kids will do is that they cry, right? Now it now depends on you to know what to do. If they cry and then you give them what you want, they will continue to cry because you just taught them that crying will give them what they want. So anytime they demand they want something, instead of them to actually use their words, they begin to cry. And once you give them what they want, they will continue to cry. So what you should do is ignore that cry. Cry does not kill children, okay? Ignore it as much as possible. It's tough love, but you're trying to train them. You're trying to bring out something in them. So ignore the cry. Once they are done crying, now ask them, teach them to ask nicely. Teach them to ask the way they want it. I want, what do you want? I want rice. I want biscuit. I want my book. Something. By the time they copy what you say, then you hand it over to them. Do you understand? So that's you're teaching them the right way to ask for things, and you are also creating opportunity for them to come to you and ask and demand something from you. I hope you understand that. So create that opportunity by yourself. Create it is very important, and really parents has more work on this even than therapists or teachers because they spend more time with you. You have more opportunity to withdraw a lot of things around them so that they can come to you, and because you're their parent, they are more comfortable with you coming to help you, so to talk to you rather. So yes, please let's work on this. Trust me, this strategy helps a lot. Okay, so the last strategy is imitation. Imitation is very important, okay? Before speech, focus on imitation. If your child has delay, maybe there is a delay in the oral motor, probably the delay in speech is caused by maybe the muscles around the mouth is very weak due to probably cerebral palsy or autism or anything, probably Down syndrome, any underlying factor, you could start from imitation. They might not be able to produce the words as you say it, but teach them to imitate it. So you have to be gentle, you have to be consistent, you have to teach them to say, I want, so from imitation. In fact, sometimes you can do silly faces in front of the mirror, you and your child, try to do silly faces, try to let them see how you move your mouth when you talk, so that they see it, they try to imitate it. Imitation is a very strong teaching technique, especially for kids with special needs. You really want to do that. Okay, so while I know that these tips are very helpful, I want you to remember that consistency is the key. Yes, you also have to seek for support out there, because I also know that parents can't do it alone. And that's where we come in. That's where speech therapy is coming. That is where, someone like me comes in. Yeah, so we can also give you more strategies on how to help kids with, special needs, how to help kids with speech delay. Working hand in hand with your child speech therapist helps a lot. I've seen transformation in kids that, if they work together, if the speech therapy works together with the parent, you see more result than the parent just struggling on their own or the therapist just struggling on their own. So, but it's important that you actually seek for knowledge, you actually seek for support in this regard. Alright, I hope all of these tips are helpful to you today. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, this is the time for you to do that. Please share this video to parents and teachers and anyone around you that you think that this tips will be helpful to. Thank you again. This is Esther Emmanuel, your favorite special needs coach. See you again next time on my video. Bye.